going to be an about me, or a 22 facts about me, in kind of a cooler way than just your typical facts that everyone kind of asks, so you guys can get to know me a little bit more in depth of who I am as a person. Yeah, I'm so excited to start this new channel, but let's get into the 22 facts about me, and I hope you guys will enjoy. Okay, so let's start off with the first question. Your proudest atypical accomplishment. So I think this means like the proudest accomplishment that you've had that is not in terms of typical accomplishments. So I basically said for this one was coming back from Africa without any sort of phone. Last year I went to Africa on a volunteer group for a whole month, and during that time my phone ended up actually getting damaged and ended up not working for the last week of my time in Africa. This meant that for the whole trip back, which is about 48 to 72 hours, I was literally out with no phone. I had no sense of communication. I was in various African countries. I was in Tanzania, I was in Nairobi. In terms of airports, I didn't actually like go and stay there, but I had no phone when I was trying to get my luggage and everything like that. I had to rely on paperwork and trying to remember things that I had to recheck in my bags a few times to get back to Sydney, and that was a handful, but I am so happy that I did that. That was a massive accomplishment for myself. My most prized collection. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and to be honest, I don't really collect a lot of things. I'm a big stacker on recipe books. If you know me, if you get me a recipe book for my birthday, I will love you so much. Recipe books are my weird thing that I like to collect. I go by like healthy recipe books and also aesthetically pleasing recipe books. So I have all like the Ellie Bullen, I have like Naomi Scott, I have all those really nice like pretty looking recipe books and stuff like that. Your biggest non-serious fear. Okay, so I have a few weird fears that I think most people would find, actually I've got one fear that people would find really, not weird, but like just, I don't know. I have a massive fear of birds, but more specifically pigeons. I don't know when I got this fear. I think it was around year 6. My friend got like almost swooped by a pigeon and she told us about it, and then I just had this irrational fear of pigeons because they're just so unexpected, and they're like the most like mindless bird in the world, and it's just like one minute it's fine, next minute it's just flying up into your face, and you're like, I can't come in contact with you. So I used to be terrifyingly scared of them. I would stray away with them, and my friends would pull me towards them because they thought it was fun. The first job you wanted when you were a little kid. So this actually took me back to a time when they, you know those Smartie packets, and they had those jobs on the back of them. I always used to like love the whole nurse one, so I think it was nurse, I can't really remember. But I actually, funny enough, I also used to have this dream and this passion. I don't know what it was. It was really weird because I would always feel so connected to Africa. Like, you know when you feel so connected to a place really weirdly, but you're like, I've never been there, but I just feel super connected to it. And that was Africa for me. And I remember when I was like 8-9 years old, I used to really, when learning about like developing countries and stuff like that, I had this really weird connection to Africa, and I always dreamed about being like a really significant person that helped in Africa and made a change in Africa, like whether it was bringing new schools in, whether it was helping with the health industry. And I loved it, and it's still something I really want to do, and I'm hoping that I can do in my future, because that seriously is probably the one thing that's going to make me like so happy if I have that job. Whew. So that was really weird. Your high school superlative. So I don't really know what this, I kind of was like, because I never got one of those awards in school, like most likely to be an actress or something like that. I never had one of those, but I kind of just was thinking about what I kind of was like in high school, and I would say my most likely was to be in the health industry, because I was really good at PDHPE. I really liked biology in school, and that kind of was who I was essentially. So I would say that was kind of my superlative. Your go-to comfort binge TV show. Okay, so I would normally say my comfort binge TV show would always be like from when I first started it, which was like in 2011 2012, was The Vampire Diaries. However, lately I always wanted to watch One Tree Hill. I just was never able to access it. I watched it a few seasons, like a whole bunch of years ago, but then I fully watched it this year and I fell in love with it, and it's like my second time rewatching it and I never get bored of it, and I'm obsessed with it. I love that show. 7, something you were embarrassingly late to realize. Now, I don't really know anything I was embarrassingly late to realize, to be honest. I couldn't really think of anything. Okay, my celebrity crush. Now, I have a few celebrity crushes, and to be honest, I have more celebrity crushes towards TV show characters rather than actual like actors sometimes. But my true favorite actor celebrity crush is definitely Dylan O'Brien. He is the goofiest, funniest, cutest guy in the world. I love him. And Paul Wesley, I've also had a really like attraction towards him. He is freaking hot as shit, and he's a sweetheart, and he is funny and he's awesome, so yes. All right, your best celebrity sighting. Okay, I really haven't actually had many celebrity sightings. I used to work in a club, and Jay Sean, who sings "Baby, are you down, 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 down," actually was performing there, and that was so freaking awesome. I had the biggest like I was like, this is like my literal childhood. It was incredible. It was the coolest moment ever. How many tattoos or piercings do you have? I have 2 tattoos. I have one right here, it's of a heart, I think you can see that, and I have one on my back which is about a few like kind of leaves, and I have a piercing on my ears, but nothing else. I do want to get more tattoos though, to do with like nature and stuff like that, because I love that. What would your last meal on earth be? Oh, this is a cool one. My last meal on earth would definitely be a sushi platter. I'm obsessed with sushi. I have never gotten over sushi. I will choose that as my ride or die end meal. It is the best thing ever. The trip you most want to take but haven't yet. So actually this year, around this July, if COVID-19 was not happening, I would have actually really wanted and probably ended up going to the Maldives to go and volunteer for total rehabilitation and rescuing. I really wanted to do that volunteer trip. I was so excited to go, but unfortunately COVID happened, so we can't do that anymore. An embarrassing piece of trivia from your Spotify or other music streaming account. So I would say the most weirdest things that I can listen to, I don't essentially listen to it all the time, would be if people, I don't find it embarrassing because I love it, but other people would find it embarrassing if they look at it, would be ballet music. I'm obsessed with ballet music, especially Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker. I love the sound of that. That is amazing. People would think it's weird, but it's actually like, because I used to dance a lot, I love like ballet music and I love watching ballet, so yeah, I have a weird like feeling when I listen to it, whereas other people probably wouldn't. Your favorite word. Oh, this is a weird thing. I'm just trying to think of like what things I normally say to people that people are like, why do you say that? Every time that my mum, and because my dad, he's actually we're actually of Spanish origin and like Italian origin. My mum and me always, my family and everything like that always says ciao when we finish a conversation, but a lot of time I end up saying ciao Bella. I'm like, oh, ciao Bella, like it's just like a thing that like we say and everything like that. It's cute. A superstition you have. Okay, this is really weird. I was trying to think about it. I would think my biggest superstition could either be, I remember thinking about parallel universes a lot and thinking that that could be a really big possibility, that we choose certain paths in our lives, but you know, there's other times where we could have been doing something else, and like even like when we think we've done something, like deja vu. I think that's really cool. The most unusual severe illness you've ever had. I wouldn't say I've had an unusual illness. I would say the most severe illness I ever had, where I actually had to go and get x-rays and everything for, was pneumonia. I had it when I swallowed a lot of ocean water, like when it was really cold one day, I can remember, or something. And yeah, I had pneumonia and it lasted like 2 weeks and it was so bad, and I was so terrified of an x-ray machine. Ooh, that was a fun time. The weirdest thing that you can do with your body. Ooh. Okay, so I have the weirdest fingers in the world. I am like really double jointed in my fingers, so this is really disgusting if you don't want to look at it, but I can essentially bend all my fingers like so. This does not hurt me. It's actually very comfortable, to be honest. But yeah, I've got double jointed fingers, so that's a cool trick that I have. What is your most unusual pet? So not me technically, I had only unusual pets. I had bunny rabbits and guinea pigs and stuff like that, but my brother actually had lizards, which to be honest was not a very exciting thing to have. It was actually really disgusting. I never really wanted to hold them because I was always afraid they were going to jump on me, and also we had to deal with a lot of crickets, which I just don't like insects. The longest travel delay you've ever experienced. So I've never really had certain travel delays per se. I've never really like been in a travel delay, but I have I remember this one time we were coming back from like Steamboat or Colorado or like LA or something, but there was this one time where I was so sick, I felt like I was going to throw up, and we were in America, I remember, because my mum bought me these like really small green like little capsule tablets that tasted really minty, and I had that with the tea in the waiting room, like the waiting area, I can't remember. And literally, I can kid you not, about 15 minutes later I was doing cartwheels and running around the whole freaking floor, and then I got on the plane and I slept for freaking 6 hours. And when I was a kid, I could not sleep on planes. That capsule literally made the best trip in my life. I don't know what the hell that was, but that was a dream miracle pill. Alright, a contest you had won. I haven't really actually won any contests. I feel like I don't really have the best luck when it comes to winning contests. A poem or song or scene from a movie that you've memorized. When I was like really young, I really wanted to know how to rap properly, so I remember like really learning how to sing the whole of the Nicki Minaj Sugar Bass song, and I remember going through it so slow motion. That was really funny. And then the second thing is I actually really wanted to learn the Nemakitapa by Celine Dion song, because I did because there was a dance to it in my dance studio. Anyway, I learned the whole song in French, which was actually so cool, but I didn't know what it meant. And if there's anything interesting or funny, like if you know any moments about you, like funny moments. So weirdly, I have a really weird sense of humor. A lot of people, I'm not really humorous when I first talk to people. I'm actually more of a very, you know, when people first meet me, they don't really see me as who I am like afterwards, but I actually have a really weird sarcastic sense of humor, and also I have these really weird moments, and my friends used to call them Millie moments, because it would be the weirdest time, like when no one would be expecting anything, and especially expecting something from me, because you know, I'm not like that person who can just say something and everyone starts laughing. But I would have these moments where I would, if I was so comfortable, I would say something and everyone would piss themselves laughing, because it would be so weird coming from me or just coming out of someone's mouth. It would just be the most weirdest thing, and it was the funniest thing, and it actually made people really like me, which was a really cool thing, because it was nice to see that people liked my sense of humor and actually like loved it. So yeah. But anyway guys, that is my facts about me first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was a little bit longer. I will make sure that my videos are under 10 minutes long, about 10 to 12 minutes, because I don't want to make it too long for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm so excited to continue filming videos for you guys and keep on collaborating with you guys and communicating. And yeah, awesome guys, have a great rest of the day, and I hope you are happy and healthy and well, and I will see you guys next time.